Hi family, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, please subscribe on the channel, and to my returning subscribers, thank you guys for coming back. So in this beautiful tutorial, I'll be teaching you guys how to make this beautiful beaded for a wedding dress. Trust me guys, if you watch attentively, you'll be able to make this beautiful beaded wedding dress. So as you can see in the picture, this is this inspo my client sent to me to bead for her. So I just had to do what I have to do, guys. As you can see, it came out so pretty for a wedding dress. This was the back my client wanted and I gave it to her. As you can see, it's sitting so pretty. So if you're interested, guys, please let's dive into the video. But before that, I want to thank my new subscribers for subscribing to my channel. And on this channel, you get everything about beading and some sewing tips and beading tutorial just like this. These beautiful ones you are seeing on the screen. So let's get into the video. So for this tutorial, guys, I'll be needing water bottle. I have a bigger one and a smaller one, but the smaller one is for the wrist, while the bigger one is for the elbow. So this is my E7000 glue. I'll be using my scissors and my invisible thread, of course, with my standard fabric marker. I'll be using crystal size 4 for this tutorial. I'll be using sand bead size 2, and I'll be using pearls, the smaller size of pearls. Then I'll be using broken bead, of course, to give us those glittering. So this is me. I've done one hand, so I was trying to say I've done this hand. So what I did in that side, that's what I want to do in this particular arm. So first of all, if you're following me, I always say your foundation matter. You need to draw a starting line for you to be able to give you a guideline for you to be able to know where you are beading from, starting from or ending from. So this is me. As you can see, our inspo was having a V effect on the sleeve. So this is me giving it that sharp V because I wanted it to give us exactly what was in the inspo. So this is me giving my sleeve a sharp V, making sure that the center front is deeper than the back center front is higher. So this is me making sure that my chalks or fabric markers, rather not chalk, fabric marker is very visible for me to bead in, because if you don't have a guideline, trust me, you won't get a foundation to lay on. So this is me. I'm done chalking where I want to bead. This particular beading is cluster beading. If you zoom very well, to look as if it's an applique, but this is beading. Trust me, you can sell this anywhere. Sell it, use it to make extra cash for yourself. So this is me trying to knot my thread. Mind you, I use single thread for this tutorial. I didn't double my thread, a single thread. So I use, of course, beading needle size 10. And this is me trying to pass my thread into my needle. So guys, you have to be patient with needle because there are some times that the thread will be too big to enter the needle. So you just have to be patient. So this is me struggling to pass my thread into my needle. So this is me, I've passed it, and I was ensuring to let you guys know that it was a single thread. So now I will knot one part of the thread. This is double thread now. Then I will knot one part of it to secure a knot. So this is me knotting it like 3 times so the knots can be firm. You remember our illusion net is fragile, so we don't want something poking a hole on it. So this is me trying to knot my thread to my illusion net so it can be strong for me to start beading. So I'm making sure that my knot is tight enough. This is me, I've knotted it. Remember, I knotted 3 times before placing into my illusion net, so I don't need to knot twice again. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So it won't give you that heavy effect on the illusion net. So I just knotted this one once, and I'll be putting my glue to secure my knots. So this is me. I'll just place crystal on it to make sure that my stitch is covered, we don't want to be looking like for our stitch to be visible. So we want that covered as possible. So we want our knots hidden as possible. So this is me. I'm taking 3 sanded bead, then make sure that there is no hole. I've done cluster beading tutorial before. If you've watched it, you understand what I'm saying perfectly. You make sure that there is no hole you can see through. That's why they call it a cluster beading. It has to be clustered. So this is me making sure that there is no hole visible for any other place. So I'm just passing my needle, making sure that everywhere is covered, following the lines I drew. That's why lines are very important. I started in the midpoint because I wanted this sharp effect to still be visible, and I don't want to make mistake whereby the V won't be sharp anymore. That's why I started in my middle. So this is me trying to make sure that my fabric marker is very visible, so I won't make mistake or end up losing the beading I just did. So this is me making sure that it's very visible. So with this cluster, I will just continue making sure that my beads are close to each other. So this is me. I've gotten like quarter of where I want. In this beading, you have to go from the center to the other side, then you come back to the center. So this is me trying to bead, making, like I said earlier, if you watch my previous cluster beading, I always say make sure you get a square shape. Then after you get that square shape, you fill it up, you fill the square shape up, then you've gotten your cluster. That's how cluster bead works for me, and that's how fast I am with cluster bead. Make sure that there is no hole you can see through. Just be filling any hole you see, just be filling it up as long as it's in the line you drew. So this is me making sure that my beads are in place, and I want to go under the arm, then come out to the other front side. So this is me creating a square shape. Like I said, the fastest method for me making cluster is getting a square shape. Just get any shape of your choice, then just fill it up, move on to the next, fill it up, move on to the next. That's the fastest method for me. So as you can see, I'm about getting close to the center. I've gone all the way around, and I'm going back to the center. So this is me just trying to fill this particular place I'm setting up. To fill it up, then move to the next one, fill it up, move to the next one. That's the easiest way to bead cluster, guys. If you watch closely, I'm taking 3 of broken beads and 3 of sand bead, but crystal and the smaller pearls are just single. You don't need to pack those ones because they're already bold enough. So this is me trying to just fill up this particular place I've set up. I just need to close it up, then move to the next. So this is the sand bead I just placed. This is me now making sure that the broken bead is the tiniest. So I just had to fill that part up. crystal needs to be single, guys. You don't want your beads bulking, like being like not relaxing very well. Please guys, if you've watched this extent, please give this video a thumbs up and please comment on the comment section. So this particular video will be having two parts. This is part one, then the part two I'll be posting it later because I don't want this video to be very long. So this is me trying to fill up this particular place. This is so simple, guys. Beading is simple if you're patient enough. Beading is very, very, very simple, guys. So I've gotten to the center part, not like really the center, but I'm almost at the center part. So this is me trying to make it click, like merge them together so they can be complete as the first one I just did here. Like I said, if you look at the first one, you would think it's an applique. You can do this on a mesh, sell it with your preference amount that you want to sell it, and just use this to just have some little cash. So this is me trying to just fill it up. So this is me, I'm almost done trying to seal it up. Cover, make sure that there's no place visible enough for you to see through. Just beat till when there's no space anymore. Just cover up everywhere as possible, guys. So I'm having an online class just in case you're interested to learn more beading tutorials like this. I'm having an online class. Just comment in the comment section and I'll answer you right away. So this is me just trying to close it up, seal this particular part up. So this method, you can use it to make the first, as you can see, I've done one layer and this is the second layer I'm doing. So you can use this method to do the both layers. I didn't just want the video to be too long. That's why I didn't just put all the process here, because you guys cannot sit and be watching it for like 30-40 minutes video. So this particular one, it will be having like a part two, like I said, because it's very long, because the wrist beading is very and totally different from this particular one. Not really different, it's the same but different shapes. So we're almost done, guys. You'll be there this close with me, guys. So we are almost done. Then you just knot your thread. Then this is me. I'm trying to do the scanty one I did at the upper part. So I'm sketching first where I want it to be. So this is me drawing where I want to bead on, so I don't exceed that part. So I was trying to get the measurements I used for this part so it can be accurate to the other one. I don't want one side to be longer than one or one side to be shorter than one. I just want the both of them to be the same thing. So this me, I've started beading, just scanty beading, nothing serious. This just like the one you are seeing that I did at the first part. So it's just something very, very simple. This is like the simplest bead, the simplest beading rather, that you can do by yourself. And it's, if you are determined enough, it doesn't take time. This scanty beading is one of the simplest beading you can do by yourself, DIY. So this is me trying to just bead till when. So if you take a look very well, you see that the upper part, that's the shoulder part, I use the same method. So if you are planning to do this exact beading I do, just watch carefully of this scattering beading I'm doing, so you can do it for your own shoulder, because this is a beautiful wedding gown beading you should definitely do. And it's very pretty, trust me guys, it's pretty. When I say it's pretty, it is. It brings and makes the beading more classy, more luxurious. Just try it out guys, this is so beautiful. So this is me, I've gotten to the center back of my sleeve. As you can see, this particular part now is smaller. Why? Because remember I said our front, that's the cluster beading, was lower, while the center back was higher. So that's why this particular place is so small. So this is me just trying to bead where I chalk and making sure that my beads are in place. So this particular part, my invisible thread finished. So I was just trying to knot that part so I can pass on another thread and continue beading. So you guys remember the way we knotted our thread, then use a glue to hold it down. That's what you do when your thread is finished. Then you put a bigger bead. If it's crystal or pearl, put a beaded bead on the knot so it can cover your stitch so it won't be visible. So this is me trying to round up this particular part that I'm almost done with. Like I said, beading takes a lot of patience. You just need to be patient, guys. This is as simple as this is so simple, guys. So this is me. I'm almost done. I'm just trying to feel like if you can see, if you zoom very well, you see that my chalk is still up. So I won't be beading because the level in which my chalk went round was complete. I don't know if you get that. Remember, our center front is low, so you cannot use it to compare the sides. So when I chalked this marking, I did this marking, I made sure that it's rhymes with the center back. It has to rhyme. So that particular chalk you are seeing there, we're not going to bead on it because I leveled my chalk. I made sure that the front and back was equal. So we're not going to be there because, like I said, the front is low while the back is high. So this is the beautiful beading. This is how it came out. So if you want to watch the way I did this particular wrist one, I'll be dropping the tutorial soon because that one has its own things too. So this is all. This is me. I'm done with this particular one. So if you want to watch the remaining one, stay tuned, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.